Oh, it's empty. I already had a full pot this morning. We're gonna talk about coffee. I know you guys are addicts out there. In case you're wondering, no, I'm not amped up on caffeine right now. I actually am going through my own personal caffeine detox right now. So I don't wanna say, I don't like to exclude certain things from my diet, but this one thing that I am greatly reducing, close to eliminating, is caffeine. So if I have it, I'm gonna be very mindful of it right now. I was abusing caffeine. So I wanna talk to you a little bit about the effects of caffeine. And for those of you that aren't quite ready to give up that caffeine crutch, some different options to make your caffeine more figure friendly. So all your calories aren't going to your gut when you're running through the Starbucks and getting them frappuccinos, because I know they're addicting and delicious. So I'm gonna just give you some tips on that. Okay, so first of all, when we go to Starbucks, we're usually getting the fancy schmancy, you know, lattes, all that good stuff, and guess what's in there? You heard me on the other videos talking about sugar, lots of sugar. So I started creating my own ritual at home, and that might not be a possibility for some of you guys that are on the go that have to bolt out in the morning, but I love making it's kind of my morning thing. And so I don't expect anybody to give it up, just maybe considering backing off to some decaf, okay? So these two are my favorite from Starbucks right now. And I just grind up my own beans and do my own thing here at home in my French press and boil my water and grind my beans. And then I have this wonderful thing too, which I did a blog post and included in it as one of my favorites, which is my foamer. And I can put the links below so that way you guys can check it out. But this has been life-changing, especially when you convert to using almond milk. It just makes your coffee experience just so much more heavenly. So what I want to talk about is if you're dumping tons of creamer into your coffee in the morning, I want to start switching gears on that. So let's talk about using almond milk. I know I talked about that in my liquid calories and hidden sugars video, but it takes some getting used to at first. And you'll notice, like I had in the other video, this is the unsweetened vanilla. It is flavored with vanilla. It has a vanilla flavor to it, but it is not sweet. And that's what I want you to try to convert to. It's gonna take a little time. They also have a coconut milk one that is very good as well. And it also grabbed the unsweetened. You'll notice this is the 30 calorie. Some of the other brands are like 35. Not too stressed about that, but just really worried about getting the sugar out of your diet. So I brew up my cup of coffee. I pour my almond milk into my frother in my steamer, so that way it's warm when it goes in. And you know how sometimes like your coffee sits around and it's cold after like 4 minutes, usually because you're pulling creamer out of the fridge to put it in there. So that's why this thing is so amazing. Now I take it a step further because I don't drink my coffee black or unsweetened. I'll do usually a few drops of my sweet leaf sweeteners that I have here at home. If I'm on the go, I usually have some of these in my purse, the actual plain stevia and the raw, and I will add those to my coffee if I hit up a coffee shop with some girlfriends, or I go through Starbucks. Sometimes I'll do that as well. And if not, no big deal, just ask for the sugar-free version. As long as you're not doing it too much, just ask for sugar-free syrups. Now, if you use I know this is like a commercial for my foamer, but I love this thing. One of my bestest gal pals, Claudia, bought it for me, and it was like totally like yeah, I just love it. So I'll pour in my almond milk in there, and then I take one of my stevia in the raw packets, and I'll pour the almond milk in. I'll pour a packet of my powder in there. Sometimes I'll do the drops instead. Either one will work. Close the lid, turn it on, and it makes this amazing foam. I know part of the experience for Starbucks, at least for me, when I would get like a frappuccino or a latte, is like the foamy frothiness of the coffee, you know, along with the sweet taste of it as well too. So this kind of covers that base, that foamy, yummy, pillowy, you know, awesomeness that is in your mug. And yes, I do drink a coffee mug this big, probably like 3 cups. That's why I switched to decaf. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick is for those of you that are running through Starbucks and the coffee shops to get your cup of joe, I want you to clean it up there too. So at Starbucks, it's totally possible. Now, a lot of people are like, what do you order, you know, when you go to Starbucks, what do you get? Now, for me, I like to get, right now, I'm getting decaf Americanos, which I believe is espresso and water, and you can get espresso and decaf, which who knew? Otherwise, Starbucks doesn't usually brew decaf. You have to ask for it, and they'll say, well, it's going to be a pour over. It's going to take some time. If they have decaf available and you have the extra 5 minutes to spare, trust me, it's worth it. It tastes actually better. So, opt, you know, if you can, offer decaf or half and half. Now you can get an Americano, and then you can also get it with sugar-free syrups. They have sugar-free. That's how they make their drinks skinny, is because they swap out from like the regular syrups that are high in sugar to the sugar-free version. Again, they're sweetened with artificial sweeteners. Is it the best thing for you? No, but as long as you're not doing it in excess, I think you got to pick and choose your battles. So you can get Americano, sweetened it with, they usually have vanilla, caramel, sometimes they have the hazelnut. So sugar-free sweetener, and then maybe do, like, they don't have almond milk yet at Starbucks. I know some of the other places do. If you can get almond milk, great. If not, then do non-fat. Again, it's dairy, it's non-fat, it won't have as much sugar in it. You're picking the best for your battles. So you wanna go have coffee, enjoy some Starbucks, then, and also watch your waistline, then make those switches. It's just those little tweaks here and there that can make it more of a lifestyle. And then maybe one day when you really wanna have a great treat for yourself, you know, have yourself a Frappuccino or a full-on latte with cream and real sugar and all that fun stuff, and not feel guilty about it because you're not pumping your body full of that stuff all week long. So it's about making those little dietary, you know, switches little by little, and shifting over to creating a different, you know, your taste buds will change, and so everything will feel a little bit easier if you see, you know, slowly switch into that, switch. So that was my talk on coffee. You don't have to go decaf, but there are pros and cons, and there's studies to show the benefits to both as far as caffeine goes. I would say, you know, from my experience of dealing with clients and women with caffeine, if you can restrict yourself to those 2 cups a day and not go above that, you're good. If you're needing coffee to get through your day and you're running to Starbucks mid-afternoon, you may want to take a look at cutting it back. And I know that seems asinine, like why would I take more caffeine away when I need it? But it's doing a number to your adrenals the more you keep pumping in caffeine, and it's just gonna make you more exhausted. It's like a vicious cycle that never stops. Trust me and learn from my experiences, hence why I'm switching to decaf. The first week was very painful as far as like being tired and headaches, but now I feel so much better. So hopefully you like this video. Hopefully you give these new tips a try and maybe you learned something from this. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you on the next video.